experience.
Now, did you know that I think the Samsung one only works with certain models of Samsung TV?
That's not true. Who told you that?
No,
is that true?
That's true, yeah.
Well, if that's true, I'm not buying it then.
So
no, is that really true?
That's really true, yeah.
Wow.
Now, the D-Link and the Linksys
That'd be like Niveus making our extender only work with our server. Now, is that good business?
Well,
I don't know. The viewers can be the judge.
Yeah.
But, well, if that's the case, then I won't be buying it.
So you better go and buy it.
I don't have any Samsung TVs, so.
You better go find the Linksys extender.
Yeah, I'll buy the Linksys extender.
Is it the D-Link one?
Yeah, it looks like this is the D-Link extender. I'm not too familiar with it as far as what else it has besides an extender, but we've got it here paired with the Niveus Vernier, and the so it's not the Vernier hooked up to the TV, it's actually the D-Link. And you know, it works like any typical extender. I guess the challenge with some of these extenders is that it's a matter of fidelity. I mean, we go back to the Edge device again. You've got the user interface there, and you can see it, and it's almost not quite the frames per second to show smooth transitions. Yet again, it's a nice affordable $199, $299 device.
Yeah,
you probably know.
No, I think it's $299.
$299. So you know, obviously you pay for what you get. Our Edge device, in case people don't know, is $1,500. So there's quite a delta between the performance we get there on price-wise as well as these two. So I expect all of these to be super successful, and it really just depends on kind of which channel you're getting from. In our channel, people said, look, cost is not an object. We need to make sure that our extender experience is exactly what the customer would get if they hooked up a full-blown server in that room. So, but again, a great device for extending it out to other rooms of the house, fairly affordable, and yeah, just more of a set-top box.
Okay, so this is your baby, really?
Yeah, this is one of our babies. So this is our Vernier edition, and probably the best look is almost straightened down. A lot of people don't get to see that unless they've actually been in a demo experience or lived with one. But you know, this is our pride. This is our trademark look. Our passive extrusion. It's not just for looks. It's hard to see it here, but there's actually heat pipes and passive, you know, cooling throughout the system there to get the heat from a full, unlike the Sierra, which is mobile on desktop, a full desktop processor, multi-cores, and you know, that's what gives us our performance there. If you look at, you know, what would differentiate a Sierra product from a Vernier, it really comes back to zones. And so Niveus Engineering is still actually working with some of the D-Link, Linksys extenders. We're just barely getting our hands on them. Our own Edge extender. It will provide better information, if you will, to dealers and end users around each server and how many high-definition zones they can serve at a given time. Yeah. Which that even isn't a complicated question, because when someone says it's 5 zones, is that 5 zones of them just being on, as in media center showing up? Is it 5 zones of HD simultaneously? And so our bar that we are going at is, that our company will focus on, is how many zones of HD simultaneous usage. And again, at a quality level where you're not dropping frames and you've got smooth video from start to finish.
Yeah.
So
let's take a look. I'm just going to look around the back here.
Everybody's sort of crowding around.
So I know we talked about it in the past, but that back panel is like a special back panel, really.
Yeah, that's another trademark of ours, and patent actually. It's the convergence panel, and so specifically what we do with Vernier and our other products is we recess the motherboard and all the components in there. So what you're used to seeing on the back of a typical PC is hidden to the end user. But because they're still there, we can actually modularly swap them out if we ever needed to do upgrades or fix a component. And then on the back panel, the customer has a very clean audio video CE looking experience with these gold tipped 8-channel analog outputs. You can notice the HDMI in there, DVI, and then we still have on the Vernier units and our higher end units, we still support analog TV capture. So you know, prior to DirecTV actually coming out with high def tuners, this is the way satellite would come in through that. Of course, every media center, Sierra included, ships from Niveus digital cable compatible. So they're all compatible with our Niveus digital cable receiver, and at any time a customer can add that on later. And as you know, we recently announced support for 4 tuners. This is again an opportunity for a customer to come back and add a second NDCR for those 4 tuners, and who knows, maybe in the future there'll be 6 or 8 for those really power-hungry TV users.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's great to see them out on the show here.
Yeah, again, thanks for coming over. And is there anything else we need to see, or?
I think we're going to go back to the Sierra.
Yeah, let's go.
Looking around here for about 20 minutes now, and where's the Sideshow devices?
I can't find Sideshow for the life of me. Ian, let's go see if we can find it. can't take it.
The Sideshow remote.
This is the only Sideshow device we've been able to find so far. We're gonna keep looking. But looks sharp, classy, shiny, and tethered to the HP tower.
Okay, let's have a look at it. So,
Ian, is it just me, or do I remember a case of 50
I
of
was
these
going to
things
say,
last
where's the glass case?
year? We better keep looking.
Tim,
Yes.
do you think they'll have any of the Sideshow devices in one of these?
Let's see if they've got any in the cockpit. Nope. These
No.
drivers live off of full-blown laptops.
Yeah. Oh, well.
You can get a pretty good view of the connections we have back here.
Okay, so you've got analog and digital.
Yeah, again, the audio is focused on the customer primarily using it with a receiver. If they did want to use it as an audio-only server, then focused on 2-channel audio, of course we do have that there. And you see the wireless in connections there for the antennas. We still have IR blasting because we do support the analog capture on the NDCR.
I don't think you can record yet.
Gigabit Ethernet, of course. A lot of expansion for this one. 4 USBs, 2 FireWires in the back. That was one of our requirements. HDMI, DVI component. We've got always 3 choices with Niveus there. And then we actually do an external power brick on this unit. Again, one more of the techniques to get the heat out of the unit, get down to our slimmest form factor to date, and again, be able to run at just such a cool level that, you know, all the concerns aside. I mean, heat is one of the #1 hardware, you know, concerns around reliability, and so being able to get just all the heat out of this unit, it's left it super quiet, and we anticipate extreme reliability for a market that just can't handle any hiccups. So.
And what's the control option on there?
So we have the RS-232 port. That's more for what we call legacy control, but it's still very popular in the seated channel. But
yeah, so you have home automation and
yeah. So one of the things, though, we actually, you know, you're familiar with our companion product. Is we're still moving along with our Niveus control server. So we've released that now. And we actually have open APIs, and so developers of control points, Crestron, AMX, PC, can actually write to our middleware and get full metadata, library information of all the stuff on Media Center, and send control commands to that as well. So Companion is our own PC client to that, but people can write Crestron modules for that or AMX, and then obviously all the control is going through the Ethernet jack.
Yeah. What's the availability of Companion?
So it's funny you ask, Ian, because I know you guys are going to like this one. So we over the last year, Companion at times has been just for Niveus Media Center owners. At times we've had public beta for customers to be able to try it out, give us feedback, as well as enjoy it for a limited term. And one of the things that we're going to be announcing later this month that is being announced through you here today is that we're going to be able to give Companion out free. So to Niveus and non-Niveus customers, they'll be able to leverage our control server side software as well as the PC client, and that would give customers full control over their Media Center as well as their extender sessions from any laptop, UMPC, or desktop computer.
That's excellent. So that'll just be a free download on Niveus.
A free download, exactly. We're putting it out there. We are at the beginning probably going to call it beta only because we haven't honestly had time to test every thousands of third-party hardware configuration out there. But once we get a sense that what we've done is accurate and that there's no more bugs for people, we'll turn it to the full version. But people will be able to use it, and there's a web forum for the first time on Niveus Media Center where there's a community that can start to dialogue about it and put in feature requests. If there's bugs or issues with certain hardware configurations, they can share those concerns with other users and back with Niveus. It's kind of a neat community outreach for us in the sense that, you know, for a lot of people, people look at Niveus as very exclusive, very high-end. I love it, but I can't afford it. I don't even know how to buy it. I don't have a custom installer. And so this is one of our things to kind of give back to the community, to be able to leverage their own, maybe perhaps home-built Media Center, but to be able to leverage Niveus' software engineering to kind of advance their platform in the control side.
Oh, that's excellent. That's good news.
I'm sure you'll be using it, right?
Yeah, definitely will be. Yeah, I've used it already. It's great.
Yeah, good.
Well, many thanks for your time today. It's cool walking around with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.